Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer was pleasantly surprised when their new expansion battery arrived well over a week ahead of schedule. To test it out, our reviewer connected the extra battery unit to the main power station it's designed for. The main unit was nearly full, while the new expansion battery had about a third of a charge. Initially, this client used a small propane generator to give it a quick boost, and in just half an hour, the expansion battery's charge had doubled. Not wanting to burn more fuel, they switched over to solar power for the rest of the test. Our reviewer described the process of setting up their large bifacial solar panel, noting how heavy it is. Instead of using its official case as a stand, they have a more practical homespun method involving 2 folding chairs. They even shared a clever trick for perfect alignment, placing a small can of soup on the panel and adjusting it until the can casts no shadow. Over the next couple of hours in the sun, the expansion battery steadily charged up to the 90% limit the reviewer had set. An interesting observation was that the main power station seemed to use a small amount of the incoming solar power for itself, passing the rest directly to the expansion unit. Once disconnected from solar, the client also noticed that the primary unit, being at a higher state of charge, began to automatically transfer its own energy to the new battery to equalize their levels. A crucial point was made for potential buyers. This expansion battery has no output ports of its own. It is completely dependent on the main power station for both charging and discharging. Without the primary unit, cannot power anything and is essentially just a very heavy paperweight. Despite this, the reviewer is very happy with the purchase and expects the combined system will be able to run their refrigerators for a full day during an outage.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer expresses immense relief and satisfaction upon finding this expansion battery available for purchase again. Having previously acquired 2 of the main power stations, our reviewer had been searching for these specific add-on units to increase their capacity, only to find them consistently sold out. A sense of worry began to set in, especially after the manufacturer released a newer generation of products, leading to the assumption that this particular model might have been discontinued for good. The true value of this system became critically apparent during a severe weather event that brought 2 major hurricanes through the client's area. The resulting power outage lasted for 4 long days, a situation that would typically lead to significant food spoilage and distress. However, thanks to the 2 power stations already on hand, this client was able to keep a refrigerator and a separate deep freezer running continuously throughout the entire ordeal. While a larger unit from the same ecosystem powered other essentials, these 2 were dedicated to preserving their food supply, an act they describe as a genuine lifesaver. After that experience, the desire to expand the system's capacity was stronger than ever. Thankfully, our reviewer recently discovered this extra battery pack was back in stock and immediately secured one, returning shortly after to purchase a second to complete the setup for both of their main units. The experience solidified the client's belief that these devices are essential for emergency preparedness, concluding with the strong advice that it is far better to have one and not need it than to desperately need one and not have it.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer was excited to integrate this expansion battery into their existing solar setup. The plan was to connect it alongside the power station to a solar panel. Unfortunately, the reviewer quickly discovered that this particular add-on doesn't feature a dedicated solar input. The intention was for the expansion battery to charge directly from the power station, essentially acting as a supplemental power source. However, the reviewer is experiencing an issue where the extra battery isn't charging from the main unit as expected. This client is now reaching out to customer service for assistance in troubleshooting the charging problem. It's a bit disappointing, as the reviewer was hoping for a seamless experience augmenting their current power capacity. Hopefully, customer service can provide a solution that allows the expansion battery to function as intended. The whole point was to have increased storage for those days when the sun is scarce, so this is a pretty crucial aspect to resolve. They will update the review once they have more information from support.
If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.